And eventually, maybe a superstar will demand a trade there. That'll be the first time in my lifetime. I'm 47 years old, not 36 years old. Like 40, almost a half a century. I haven't seen it. And so that's great. Like, let them do it. But the bottom line is you're still dealing with a team whose owner escorts fans from Madison Square Garden for having a sign that says "Fire Dolan," who kicked Charles Oakley when you were still in diapers, Casey. Casey Powell, CP, the franchise founder of Knicks Fan TV, when you were still in diapers, I was standing online around the block for Knicks tickets so my brother and I could go to Knicks playoff games, sit in the nosebleeds, and watch Charles Oakley dive on the hardwood for the loose ball. And that man was escorted from Madison Square Garden by Jim Dolan and his henchmen. Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah. Listen. What happened with Oak? I said this to Oak. I had Oak on my show, Knicks Fan TV, #1 show for the fans, by the fans, CP the franchise on the check-in. I had Oak on my show telling us about the whole situation. I told him it was a terrible thing that happened. It should have never have happened. But Max, it takes two to tango. Charles Oakley shows up at the Knicks game and chooses not celebrity row, but chooses right behind the owner. It takes two to tango.
Wait, hold up.
Yes,
hold up. You see what you're doing?
Thrown out.
Stop right there, Casey. You see what you're doing? You have been acclimated to Jim Dolan's nonsense to the point where you're like, you can't sit behind the owner and have something to say without getting escorted out.
Come on,
you think,
man.
Well, let me say, the Lakers, when I was a kid, Knicks had 2 chips, Lakers had 6, Celtics had 13. And I play one-on-one with my brother, and I'd be like fantasize that I'm this player, that player, and you know, at that point, we're choosing up Lakers and Celtics because they're always in the finals, right? And I thought to myself, maybe if the Knicks get to do this and this, they'll catch the Lakers one day. And then maybe by the time I'm 47 years old, they'll have more championships than the Celtics. In fact, the Knicks have won 0 since then. The Lakers have won 11 now.
So
Casey,
you ran.
The point is this.
You ran is what you're saying.
The point
you ran.
Well, maybe. But the point,
you ran.
I got no shame in my game.
There's no honor in front running, Max.
Whatever.
Kellerman.
Maybe there's no honor. I have no shame either.
I'm not going to L.A. I'm in the mud. I'm in the mud with
yes,
the
you are in the mud.
In all of the NBA.
That's right. You are in the mud. That's the point.
Yeah.
And here is the thing about the Lakers. You know, you could sit behind one of the Bus kids or even Dr. Bus when he was alive, and you could shout something for the other team. You think they're going to have you escorted from Staples Center? What kind of low-class nonsense garbage is that? But you accept that. You're like, oh, it takes 2.
I'm not accepting it.
What? You just said it takes 2 to tango.
I'm not making excuses for Dolan. Don't get me wrong. But first
You're a
off,
Dolan
if you come
apologist.
into my building, if you come into my establishment and talk garbage and try to derail me from watching the game of my team, I have the right to do whatever I want. I'm not here caping for Dolan. He's made his mistakes. He's made boneheaded moves. I'd be the first one to tell you. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to run just because the team is not doing well.
Wait till
and
you're
now
40.
here we are,
Wait
18
till you're 47.
and 17.
We'll see. Yeah.
18 and 17, 4th in the East. Put some respect on our name. We're
Casey,
playing hard on the Tom
you.
Thibodeau. Where does the Dolan stuff come
17.
from?
You're acting like they did 18 and 17, 4th in the
But
East.
that's why I'm here.
It's like their bar mitzvah all of a sudden. 18 and 17. Casey, who cares? 18 and 17.
Who cares? ESPN cares. This is why I'm here on the Max Kellerman Show. It is the talk of the town. The New York Knicks are the story of the first half of the NBA. Put some respect on our name.
All right,
we were in the garbage last year. We were in the garbage. One of the worst defenses last year.
We're up against the commercial break right now. We're going to continue this conversation. You want to come back next week?
I'd love to. Anytime.
All right, Casey's coming back next week to continue this. We'll see how the Knicks do between now and then. All right, listen, everybody.
YouTube.com, Knicks Fan TV, #1 show for the fans.
Let me explain.
See you guys
Casey
at
Powell,
Knicks
it's
post-game.
CP the franchise, founder of Knicks Fan
I'm for
TV.
the fans, by the fans.
For the fans, by the fans. Yes, there he is. Casey Powell, ladies and gentlemen. Casey, thanks for coming on. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.